Okay, nothing further. Just city canopy in the corner. Alright, I go bottom rider. Alright, 10 flight, 62, 1090. See what the problem is.
Welcome back to Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple, and Sergeant Scott King, you have returned, and we're going to talk about patrols that Mountlake Terrace does, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so the question we got from a reader was they had reported a theft to the police department and had asked if they could have some extra patrols in their neighborhood, and the response was that the department would do their best, but that they did have a limited number of patrol cars on duty at any one time, which led me to think that's a great kind of explanation to give to the public about how your patrols work and how many people you do have on duty at a time. And so let's talk some more about that.
Okay, great. We do take our patrol requests seriously, and we get to them when we can. And as far as officers going to those, our minimum staffing is a sergeant and 2 on the road. With that being said, generally we have a sergeant and 3, and our city's split up in 2 areas. And we have a 1 area and a 2 area, and usually a rover car to help out the other 2 areas. We do have days or nights where we also have a canine officer available, and occasionally we'll have a DUI unit out that would be on grant funded.
Okay.
And we also have reserve officers, so there'll be other days or nights we'll have an extra car on the road that would be a reserve officer.
Okay. And how does it work? The other thing I think a lot of people don't realize is that even though you have a certain number of cars on the road all the time, the truth is that there is a lot of what we call mutual aid that is available from other agencies nearby. So you might be getting help from somebody from Linwood or somebody from Edmonds or elsewhere, correct?
Absolutely. We work well with our neighboring agencies, and we help each other out all the time. So if we run into a situation where we need multiple units, we'll call upon Edmonds and Linwood and Briar and Shoreline, and sometimes Snohomish County or WSP will come in and help. So there's always other agencies available to help us out, and we always get the job done.
Okay, and it does probably answer the question for people when they wonder, when they do see a large number of cars and maybe some from other agencies. That's exactly why, is you might need a little extra help, and that's the reason for it. So anything else we didn't talk about related to patrols? I know the question I meant to ask you was, so when somebody does make a request like that for an extra patrol in their neighborhood, you did talk about how your priority is obviously to respond to calls that are in progress or something more emergency related, correct?
That is correct. And generally when we get a patrol request, one of the sergeants will write an email and send it out to all the other patrol sergeants, and they'll disseminate that throughout their squad. So when they're not responding to priority calls, they'll have time to go to the patrol request. And then we also go to some of the targeted areas where maybe we'll have certain crimes going on and patrol through there.
Okay, so that those do get prioritized as officers have time. And if somebody wants to do that, they can call the non-emergency number, or what would be the best way if somebody wanted to request something like that if they had a concern about something going on in their neighborhood for a patrol?
Yeah, the non-emergency number. If they just wanted to call the police department, we would gladly take a phone call and
Okay.
that information, or they could even write an email into the police department.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll have that information available for people at the end of the segment so that they can jot that down if they want to follow up. And I appreciate you taking the time to answer the questions, and we will be back soon with another episode of Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop.